Hey guys, it's Dr. Sean over the Natural BodyWorks. We're going to go over the acupuncture, electric acupuncture pen, Meridian pen, whatever, for treating and how these happen and what to do and some other information on torticollis. This muscle right here, if that one gets tweaked out and over tight, that's the one we're going to work on with this. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're ready. And don't forget you can always order these too. Hey guys, it's Dr. Sean over the Natural BodyWorks, and today we're going to go over more of the electronic acupuncture pen, but we're going to use it for actually torticollis, this guy right here. So this muscle is called the sternocleidomastoid. So it starts at the sternum, that's the first part of the word. It goes to the clavicle, that's cleido here. These are the origins or the starting point, the most fixed point of where that muscle is, and that's where it pulls from, and it pulls down and forward this way on this bone here at the base of this bone called the mastoid process, which you see right there. So torticollis is called wry neck or twist neck or something like that, and it has a couple different flavors. Main thing, it generally is seen in small kids, so we're able to see it in little babies and stuff, and usually it'll resolve, or sometimes they may need even surgery if it's bad because they've been twisted inside the womb. Now if this happens in adults, it's a little bit different scheme there. Generally it'll happen if you fell asleep on the couch or twisted your neck the wrong way and it spasms. This muscle, which is both sides, pairs up really with the trapezius back here because it has the same nerves. Those nerves are the 11th cranial nerve, which is the accessory nerve. The accessory nerve does this for you and pulls things down. It also, when there's a lot of stress inside the head, it does kind of bleed out into those and the nerves that come into these areas. Now there is some acupuncture points too, and that's what we're going to go over with this. So a couple of things: you can get congenital, which means you were born with it. It doesn't mean you like have any genetic predisposition. It means you were born with it, that's all. That generally shows up in little kids, and it can be consistent over time. Many times people will go to a chiropractor, which is a great way to get rid of it. You can also see an orthopedist sometimes, and they may look at other things going on in the kid as well. We're going to go over like what kind of causes it too in a minute. Now, postural torticollis, like I said, if you're sitting for a long time watching television or twisted and this muscle tightens up for some reason because you're holding your head up, it'll tend to build up lactic acid and cause a spasm, whereas the other side may not. That's one of the causes of it. The other ones too is ocular, so some people will turn their heads so they can see better. That's kind of a weird one. Can be made better with glasses, but generally what happens is your eyes want to be on the horizon line all the time, and if the horizon changes, like people generally do this, but then they'll do this kind of twist thing. You don't usually see people walking around this way unless they're really in a lot of pain or really significantly have problems. What they'll do is they'll raise the other shoulder to keep their eyes on the horizon. That's pretty typical. Spasmatic torticollis, which is kind of what we've been talking about anyway, or wry neck, and then acute torticollis, which is, you can get it from trauma as well, maybe a car accident, whiplash, or perhaps you fell down or was lifting something and something tweaked out of place. Sometimes it could be from rib cage stuff, because remember, it is attached to the sternum and the collarbone, so collarbone can have a lot to do with that. So if we look at this and we go through the acupuncture points, let's look at those. Okay, so we're going to go right here where the sternum and the sternocleidomastoid begins. This is the origin. This is stomach number 11. Stomach number 1 starts right underneath the eye, and it goes all the way down to the foot. But we're going to talk about these ones here. Stomach number 11, right up at the top. As you turn in, straight up from that, there's about below the thyroid cartilage. It's going to be stomach number 10, right on the inside edge or the front edge of this muscle. Now I have this set already at 5. We're going to put it right there. Where are we at? There we go. Look at that. Dot, 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 dot. You can see it. Hopefully you can see the pulsing. There we go. And as we come back, we can get large intestine straight back from stomach 10, which is about 2 thumb widths above stomach 11. 1, 2, right in there. And then we're going to go all the way to the back of it. There we go. And this is going to be large intestine 17. I can feel that really good in this muscle. So this is a good thing. This is what we want. Straight back from the chin, straight back, you can get large intestine 18 right in the middle of the belly of the muscle. And I can feel this one all the way up in my ear and my shoulder, my upper back. So what I'm getting is that accessory nerve, which we talked about. So those are kind of the basics on those. You can also approach some places behind here, behind the ear. Let's see what those, these ones in through here. Sanjiao or triple burner 17 right underneath there. And then there's gallbladder points back here. So right where the insertion is, right here. Hopefully you can see that. So this is the insertion. Oh, I zapped myself. So there's the insertion right there. I feel it in my ear right there. And then as we go back, you can feel it up behind the head. All of these muscles are related, so you can get in there and kind of like play with those. Now, other muscles you can also approach is this right at the top of the shoulder, right here, right there, is gallbladder 21. Now, this one usually gets a good pop. Let's see if we can get a good, real good. Yeah, there goes the thing. Ah, okay. As I turn, you might be able to get a little bit more. I can feel it. I don't know if you can see it very well. Can you see that? Now, I feel it more than you can see it, but I feel a definite pulsing. Pop, 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 pop. Remember, this is not really the top end therapy device, but it can be helpful in releasing muscle spasms and muscle tightness, okay, or tension points or trigger points. Now, if you get in here and go straight across from the Adam's apple and you feel in there, you're going to feel like, it hurts so, well, it hurts a lot, actually. You grab onto that muscle and hold it. That is a trigger point, and you can feel like a ropiness in that trigger. Now, it's also good to grab those and just hold on to them for not too tight, just enough so you can like maybe use about as much pressure as you'd use on your eye. You put pressure on your eye, about that much pressure, and you'll feel like, sometimes up into the jaw, up into the back of the head, and those can help release those trigger points. Now, you can use this thing without the battery on too. You can kind of get in there a little bit, maybe up and through here in the back of the neck. Muscles in front of it, there's not much. We have what are called strap muscles through here, and those ones you'll probably feel down in your chin, the platysma and those kind of guys. And behind it are what are called the scalenes, and these scalene muscles are what hold your head up, attached in through here. Okay, so they're attached through these sections and down into the first rib. So there you go. That's our big deal on torticollis. Now, how much should you use it? What are the things could it cause or could cause torticollis? Okay, so when you're using this, use it sparingly. You don't have to go crazy with it. Do a lot of stretches. Make sure you're getting a lot of good electrolytes. That's going to be your calcium, magnesium, your zinc, and the other minerals, potassium and things like that. Make sure your nutrition is good. Make sure you're well hydrated. These are really good things to help with any muscle issues. Magnesium can really help with muscle spasms, but careful with magnesium. Take too much, you're going to get diarrhea. So you take calcium with it. That's usually the way they're done. Now, if you're deciding to look into this deeper, like let's say it's not getting better, first person I would check out is to go to a chiropractor, because a chiropractor or a physical therapist, physiotherapist, can get in here and see if there's a misalignment. Now, if the misalignment is up in the neck, for example, if my neck bones have been placed in a position they're stuck, these muscles may spasm, okay? And you would see that in this area in the back of the neck as a rotation. Let's see if I can see this. So these would rotate from side to side, or this one here would rotate. Now, these are pretty fixed in there. This thing's pretty tight. I've never loosened it up. But those bones have joints and they have ligaments and things that can tighten up in there. So we want to address those as well. Sometimes you can do stretches for those like this and really get that stretch through this section here, or perhaps on the side. Doing your stretches is always a good idea. Do them in the pain-free zone at first. We don't want to hurt yourselves, right? You don't want to hurt yourselves. So go ahead and do that. The second thing is, if it's combined with headache or eye pain, go see a neurologist, because there may be some deeper issues in there. We want to make sure and rule all kinds of bad things out. There's a lot of like osseous, well, they're called osseous abnormalities, which means your bones may be misshapen because of some congenital issue or something you were born with, or something you developed as you were a kid or something like that. Other things too, scoliosis can be involved with this, and we'll do some stuff on that later. Let's see. That should basically, I think, do it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And like, I'm doing a lot of things on this channel, I know. So if you've been subscribed, you're seeing stuff for like terminology and you're seeing stuff for anatomy and physiology. That's because I also teach those at the college level. I've been teaching at a couple different schools. And so I make the videos to kind of help out the students specifically. These are all brand new students who've never been exposed to this kind of stuff before. You may have a lot of knowledge in it. I don't know. But get your pen, okay? Make sure you got good fresh batteries in it. Use the coupling gel. You can, again, order it from me. Don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button because that does help us get the information out. And this video is actually from somebody who specifically asked for Torticollis. So I'm going to get it posted up today. It's the end of mid-August 2021, pandemic time. And I hope you guys do really well. I'm going to do a couple more with the pen. We have a couple other suggestions that people want to do. Some people are talking about hair growth and stuff like that. It may stimulate. I mean, I don't worry about it. I shave my head off my head because it's too much of a pain. So anyway, this is Dr. Sean over the Natural BodyWorks. You guys take care. Do good, be good. Get yourself as healthy as you can because that way you fight off all the bad stuff, right? Talk to you later. Bye.